Hello everyone and welcome to PHTV Channel 4 in Palos Heights. I'm Sue Jankowski and we are back again with our travel show. And in this show we always have our friend Kathy James from Class Act Travel in Worth. There she is. Kathy, thanks a lot for coming.
You're very welcome.
And Kathy always brings us a great guest, and today is no exception. We have Michelle Heron-Penn from Couples Resorts, which is mostly or entirely in Jamaica?
In Jamaica
Michelle?
only.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Welcome to our program today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, it's our pleasure. And, you know, we were just actually, my husband and I were just talking about Jamaica, and we haven't been there for a long time. And I haven't heard of Couples Resorts. So I'm very excited that you're going to hear about it when I'm hearing about it, too, because, you know, a lot of people are looking for something just for adults and couples. And even though we have lots of family spots, and that's wonderful, too, this sounds like right up a lot of people's alley. So tell us now.
My alley, my alley.
Tell us about some of the resorts and what could we expect to find at these couples resorts?
Well, I'll just start with, first of all, we've been around since 1949, okay? We were the first couples all-inclusive resorts in the world. We started that concept over 49 years ago.
Wow.
Okay, and when we say couples only, we take all couples in love, and all they have to be is 18 and over for this all-inclusive romantic experience.
Okay. So it's in Jamaica. Explain that, I see that there's a number of resorts that you can go to in Jamaica that are still couples resorts. Would you talk about those for us?
Absolutely. The couples resorts, we have four all-inclusive resorts. We have Couples Tower Isle, Couples Sans Souci, Couples Negril, and Couples Swept Away. So we're boutique-like. Our resorts are no larger than 300 rooms, okay? And the beauty of our resorts is that they get that true, authentic Jamaican experience. We are Jamaican-owned and operated.
Oh, that is wonderful. And it is all-inclusive. So when we say all-inclusive, what are we saying? What do you receive for that?
Everything. Everything. Kathy is aware that all your meals, and we're talking fine dining, gourmet meals, we are talking premium brand alcohol, Absolute, Crown Royal, top shelf liquors, okay? And in addition to that, we have inclusions that the clients can actually experience and actually leave the resort and see a little bit of Jamaica. That's all included as well.
Wow. Okay, that's good. So you can take a little traveling around the island if you want to. So say I want to go to Swept Away. What would be the difference between going to that and the place in Negril? Why would I choose one over another?
Well, Swept Away is our largest property. It sits in the middle of the 7-mile stretch of beach in Negril. It is just absolutely magnificent beach in Negril. Negril was actually listed as one of the top beaches in the world, one of the top 10 beaches in the world. And we sit in the center of that beach. Okay, Swept Away is also known for their 10-acre sports and fitness complex, which is the largest in the Caribbean.
Wow. Okay, so you can go if you're a real athletic, sporty kind of couple, and you want to be sure to have those amenities. That would be the place for you to go.
Absolutely, we're talking 10 tennis courts, 5 are clay, 5 are hard courts, and that's all included in the package. Even if you want private lessons, that's complimentary.
Wow. Oh, yes. That's really great. You know, if you wanted to brush up on your time.
I'm learning too. I didn't know some of that stuff.
Yeah, that is great.
Yeah.
So you can go there and enjoy the nightlife. What would we experience? Say we didn't want to do, you want to do the sports activities or do your workout early in the morning or whatever. What would we be doing for the rest of the day?
Probably laying on the beach drinking dirty bananas, huh?
Sounds good. Everybody likes that in this room.
So that's the beauty of the resort. If you want the activities, they're there. If you don't, you just lay on the beach and you enjoy the experience of being at one of the couples resorts.
And I like the idea of it being just 300 rooms because that gives like you said, the boutique kind of feeling, that atmosphere of a little more individuality than one of these larger facilities.
What we call mega resorts.
Right.
All of our resorts are beachfront properties where the clients can actually, once they step into the lobby, you can see the ocean. You don't have to get on a golf cart or anything like that to get to our beaches. Okay?
Yeah, that's really important.
Some of them are getting so crowded. Sorry, that's what they're having to do is the other hotels have to go back behind other hotels and now get people to the beach. It's just getting so crowded.
Right.
in all these areas. I mean, especially that other country, you know, that has that one. It's crazy. It's getting too big, too
Right,
out of control.
right.
Because you can't enjoy the beautiful ocean when you're behind another resort.
Right. And you know, for some people that's fine and they don't mind, and you know, they like that big atmosphere, but a lot of people just like that more intimate experience where they're right there by the beach and there's not so many people and you're going to see the same people on and off again. You know, it's not all strangers. You're going to make some friends there too. So, okay, that was one spot that has the mega sports complex kind of thing. Talk about one of the other resorts.
Okay, we have Couples Tower Isle, which is our flagship property. It was the first couples only all-inclusive resort, and we just celebrated our 50th year there this past January. This one has the most inclusions, okay? And a lot of times people go to Jamaica and they say, I went to Jamaica, and they stay in the all-inclusive resort within the properties and the grounds, but that's really not Jamaica.
Right.
You haven't seen any part of it. They need to go walk
Exactly.
Dunn's River Falls.
Exactly.
And do that kind of stuff.
Exactly. And we include those kind of things. One of the major features in the Ocho Rios area is the Dunn's River Falls. And we include that in the package, and it's a 600-foot fall where you, your family, anybody can go up and they could climb the falls and experience that waterfall. It's absolutely magnificent.
Yeah, and that is kind of an iconic Jamaican kind of spot.
Oh, you can't go to Jamaica without climbing
Yeah.
the Dunn's River Falls.
Right. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's a nice place to go to. Now, are these resorts close enough to each other that you can go from one to another? Like, say you're at Swept Away, but you really want to go to the Dunn's River Falls. You want to see that. Is that possible?
That's quite a distance. So I always recommend that guests, if there's their first time to Jamaica, I would go to the Ocho Rios area because that's more of the activities where they can leave the property and see. You have Swim with the Dolphins, you have the Dunn's River Falls, you have
Jimmy Buffett's.
Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville, and now they have
It's going to come to
the bobsled, the Jamaican bobsled. Remember those
yes,
guys, right?
yes,
They remember the movie they made about them.
They
so
were
now
great.
they have an experience there. It's a attraction there
Oh my
now
gosh,
in
that's
Ocho
cute.
Rios, and you get to actually ride a bobsled.
Oh,
Okay, it's not in the snow because it's in Jamaica,
Gee, I wonder
but
why.
it is a nice, quiet experience. They have a picture of me and I'm screaming. going
yeah.
through it. Yeah.
Okay, that's fun. Well, you know, come to Chicago in April and you can do it in the snow.
Yeah, right.
I'm telling you, this
Sunday.
past Sunday,
Sunday,
right?
Yeah. But okay, well, that sounds like a good kickoff place for experiencing the couples resorts, and then you can kind of go on to the other ones because they have something different to offer.
Exactly.
So this is 2 of them. I
Right.
think you mentioned 4.
4. Okay, we do have 4 properties, and then our second one in Ocho Rios is called Couple Sans Souci. Sans Souci is French for without a care. This is our smallest property. It's only 150 rooms. And we call this one our most romantic, where we have hidden jacuzzis and waterfalls. Even though it's only 150 rooms, it sits on 35 acres.
Oh, my word.
Okay, so it's
Cool.
very spread out. It's built on a natural waterfall as well. So it is absolutely magnificent. So when you stay at Tower Isle and you stay at Couple Sans Souci, which are in the same town, you can go visit
Okay.
one
Each
or
other.
the other if they're within the same city, and we call it trading places.
Oh, okay, because that's kind of nice too. You can see both of those at the
Exactly.
same time.
When you say trading places, you get to use the facilities at whichever one,
In the daytime from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
and not dinner, and dinner back to your hotel.
Exactly.
But otherwise, you can do everything. That's kind of cool. I mean,
Right.
it really is. It gives you a little different of a different hotel.
Exactly, and that's the beauty of our properties. Even though we have 4 different properties, they're all different. They all have their own personality. So it's not cookie cutter. So that's the beauty of the couples resort.
Yeah, that's nice too because then you get to experience something different
Exactly,
each time.
a different beach,
Yeah.
different restaurants,
Yeah.
different amenities. So you have that different experience at each of the resorts.
Okay, and the 4th spot that
The 4th spot is in Negril, and it's called Couples Negril, and it sits on the Bloody Bay Beach in Negril. It's a 2.5-mile magnificent beach, which connects to the 7-mile stretch of beach. I'm actually going there in May for my vacation.
Oh, nice.
Our little 21st anniversary, but I always jump around.
congratulations.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
that's
thank
cool.
you.
Yeah, very good.
So we always jump around and go to a different resort each time we go to Jamaica. And this is the newest property, new. It was built in 1998, but it sits on that Bloody Bay Beach with 234 rooms, and it all faces that beautiful beach there in Negril. Now, our resorts, although we've been around a long time, we have a very high repeat rate. Okay, at any given time, 40% of our guests are repeaters.
Wow, that says a lot.
Says a lot about our hotels,
Yeah.
especially when you have all these mega resorts building up around us. Our guests come back over and over again.
Yeah.
That's something to be very proud of.
That really is.
yes.
A lot of them
We're
could not
very-
say that at all.
Our owner is walking around in flip-flops and shorts. The repeaters
I love it.
know him. He's very
That's cool.
approachable. So it says a lot about our property. And our average stay of our staff, our employees are 20 years. Okay,
That's cool,
we have
too.
some there that have been there 30, 40 years. I've been there 24 years. So we have a very low turnover of staff, and that's what keeps our guests coming back over and over again.
Well, because they know who's going to be there. They
come in.
comfortable with that.
Exactly.
It's not a stranger
Exactly.
again. So
And-
yeah, I think that's excellent. Yes.
Well, these pictures are just outstanding. I mean, you're going to want to go there if you look at any picture. But I see that in these pictures there's some wedding parties.
Exactly.
So this is kind of a destination spot for some couples who want to have a little wedding service there, and they provide that at all the resorts.
At all of our resorts, the weddings are free.
Oh.
Okay, the weddings are complimentary.
That's great.
Okay, Jamaica
reason to go there.
is probably the easiest place to get married in the Caribbean or Mexico. Okay, it is a real wedding. There's no blood test required. All they have to do is have 48 hours on the island, and we put together a beautiful wedding package for the bride and the groom.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's excellent because
Yeah.
trying to get married in Mexico, just married for sure, not just like a ceremony thing.
Exactly.
Everything has to be translated into Spanish.
Oh, it does. So
And then you have to pay for the translation into Spanish.
Exactly.
Oh,
and it
gosh.
gets out of control price-wise. So with yours, that makes a whole lot more sense that you don't have to go through anything like that. I like that. That's a good idea.
Well, it's nice too if you're able to bring along other adults who want to be be part of that. You get to have everybody along on your honeymoon. I don't know if that sounds like a
Right.
good
Well,
idea.
it's a new
Some
thing
people
called
do.
buddy moons now.
Oh, really?
Well, the younger millenniums are, after they get married, they're taking their honeymoon and they're taking like other couples with them just to have fun. They call it buddy moon.
Oh, okay, that's
So,
cute.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cute. And that would be fun. And it's different.
But the beauty of having 4 resorts on the island, you can get married at one, right, with your friends and family. And then when the wedding is over, you can leave and go to another one of our hotels and have the honeymoon by yourself.
Oh,
that's
that's
cool.
nice.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
can,
Do you
wave
allow
bye-bye.
children to come there for the ceremony and the wedding?
Exactly. So if
Okay.
they're staying, we do have some villas where we can have families stay there. They can come and they can come to the wedding, the ceremony, take some pictures, and then they would have to leave. But they are able to come to the property to
Okay.
attend the wedding.
Okay, well that's good. Yeah, and
Yeah.
you do need to make them go because couples want it to be couples, so they would be disappointed if
Exactly.
there's a lot of kids in the pool or whatever.
Exactly.
But at least you're not eliminating them
Right,
totally.
right, exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
Especially
that's
with,
cool.
with couples nowadays, they have children, when,
Exactly.
and so maybe they want their own children to come to the wedding. So
Yeah,
that's-
good idea. That's
Right.
yeah,
Second
that's
marriage.
important. I'm sorry, that is. Yeah. Yeah.
So that sounds lovely. And what's so nice too, I'm looking at these pictures, which hopefully you'll see a few of them as the program rolls along. But, it's just that open. We're so used to all the doors and everything closing, but these lobbies are just open to the world because the weather is so lovely.
Right, exactly. With the restaurants as well, we have a lot of open air restaurants where the clients can sit and enjoy the sun or the stars.
Oh yeah, that's
That's
nice.
nice. That's nice.
So let's go to the restaurants for a moment. Are these restaurants where you can walk in any time? Do you need a reservation? Is it something you kind of plan ahead for? Well, how does that work?
Each resort has 2 to 5 different restaurants. We also have a dress code for at least one restaurant, and gentlemen have to wear long pants, closed-toe shoe, and collared shirts in the evening only. Okay. Women, we know how to dress. Nice sundress and
Oh, I caught
culottes, and that's real nice. Yeah. So, but in the daytime, you have some sit down, you have some buffets, and in the evening you have sit down fine dining restaurants. We have Asian restaurants, we have steak houses, we have Mediterranean. Some require reservations, some do not.
Okay, so you have a lot of choices there.
Exactly.
What's the typical length of stay? I realize anybody can go any length of time, but what do you recommend as like a minimum amount of time you'd want to spend?
We
4
say
weeks.
the average,
4
right,
weeks.
right.
4 weeks.
Yeah, like our European clientele, they stay 3 or 4 weeks. We love them. So, but the average U.S. stay is, I'm thinking 5 nights.
5, yeah,
5 nights.
That sounds
7
good.
is good. 5 is good.
What is with the Europeans? They got it all right.
Yeah,
They're
they
like on
certainly
vacation
do.
all the
Yeah.
time, and we're like, we got 5 days. We got to hurry.
Right,
But,
exactly.
I mean, we could
They
use
laugh
some-
at us. They laugh at us.
I know.
so.
I don't get
We
it.
deserve to be left at
Right.
times, Sorry to say,
How
yeah.
are you still here?
Wow.
But anyway, that's very lovely for them. But so 5 nights, we can at least. I figure you need 2 days to kind of calm down from everything. So you got a few nights, but longer is always welcome.
We
too.
have a minimum of 3 nights stay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people do 3. Some people just can't get away, but there's a minimum, and it is 3 nights.
Okay. So to get to Jamaica, is there? I'm imagining there might be like some kind of packages where your flight and this hotel stay and all that.
Southwest Airlines.
Yeah.
Southwest
That's
Airlines.
Kathy's
they
job
go
to
to
send
Jamaica.
them.
Yeah, nonstop out of Midway. So that helps with baggage. They don't charge. Granted, you can't get a seat assignment per se, but you are allowed to pick any seat you want. And they work well. I mean, everybody loves Southwest. It's in our backyard. You
It
might
is.
as well- yeah,
Yes, it
yeah.
is.
And it's work. They go nonstop. You can have also United, American, who am I missing? JetBlue.
JetBlue.
Yeah, Delta.
Isn't there a Jamaican airline as well?
There used to be that came in and out of Chicago, but
yeah.
it doesn't come here
Because
anymore.
I think I was on it one time.
Yeah, Air Jamaica.
Air Jamaica.
Yeah.
But they don't come into Chicago any
Oh,
longer.
they don't.
Yeah.
They don't. Now, what kind of a trip is that? Is that like a 3-4 hours?
I think it's closer to 4.
It depends. 3 hours and 40 minutes.
Okay,
So-
not too far. I mean,
No,
really,
it isn't. No.
Especially if you don't have a lot of time, but you want to, spend as much time as you can enjoying yourself. That's really a pretty quick trip.
And it's nonstop, like Kathy said,
That's
on
a biggie.
Southwest.
That's
That's
a biggie.
very important.
huge, yeah.
2 free bags, you can't beat that.
You cannot.
No.
No. So you're going to get, a flight, and
Right.
you're going to get all this all inclusive. So you don't have to think where we're going to go for dinner. It's all right there.
And they pick you up at the airport.
Exactly.
There's transfers from the airport to the resort and back again.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's included in
Oh,
there.
good.
So that's kind of cool. I'm not sure about this, but isn't Ocho Rios further from Montego Bay where the flight comes into than Negril, or am I wrong on that?
The ground transfer from the Montego Bay Airport is 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then from Montego Bay to Negril, it's probably 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
And the Jamaican government has really been adamant about repairing the roads, making the roads faster. Back in the day when I first started, it took almost 3 hours to get to Negril. Now it takes 1 hour.
Oh, wow. They've really
Yeah.
made
Well,
they
done
did
some
put a
improvement.
highway
Yeah.
in, correct?
It's a highway. They even have passes, the
Really?
I-passes now.
Really?
So
That's
they've come a long way.
Wow.
But the fun part when we went to Ocho Rios, but kind of the fun part is we stopped along the way and had some jerk chicken that was made just
Exactly.
right on the road, and that was really kind of cool because you were hungry, you wanted to get there, and the guy stops. All right, I
Right,
guess
a
jerk
nice
chicken.
ice cold red stripe, which is
Yeah.
their local beer.
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time, they say an hour. Come on, we sit an hour to go to O'Hara. We
Yeah.
sit an hour to go
Yeah.
to work
Yeah.
every
It's
day.
no big deal.
You're on vacation an hour, but that's part of the charm of Jamaica is riding on the bus. They drive on the left side of the road. Okay, which is scary enough already. So, but that's part of the charm of Jamaica, seeing the kids going to school in their uniforms, their backpacks, the goats grazing on the side of the road. You stop in the little shanties and you get a nice cold, ice cold red stripe and a beef patty and some jerk chicken. that's all part of going
Oh,
to
it's
Jamaica.
fun. Yeah.
Well, and if you don't do
absolutely.
some of those things, you actually don't know anything about where you just were. You're just at
Exactly.
a resort and then you leave. So
Right.
that is a
Right.
nice little, and it's only an hour. I mean, an hour is nothing,
Right,
really.
right.
Okay, well, that's good. The other thing I want to mention, I see right here shopping, and I see duty free. That sounds good too.
Duty-free shopping, and duty is basically just taxes, but I buy all my jewelry, watches, earrings, gold, everything there and you can negotiate. You could negotiate the prices even if you're in the shops. And then you have the craft marketplace where you have the locals making the wood carvings and the basket weaving, and they take you through there and you can negotiate in your T-shirts, your flip-flops, all kind of stuff. It's just fabulous.
That's fun. And it's fun to have some of those nice treasures that remind you of your trip that are local to that area.
Exactly.
It's really nice
Yeah.
to do that. Is there any other thing we should know? I mean, it looks like a beautiful place, and you have a lot of nice choices, 4 different places to go to, and it's easy to get to. Is there anything else we should know about this couple's
Scuba
resort?
diving.
Oh yeah, the inclusions. We talked about the off-site excursions that we have.
Yeah.
In addition to like tennis, green fees are included. Golf. Okay. We provide the transfer and the green fees for the guests, and they can golf every day. 18 holes, 9 holes.
Wow.
That's complimentary.
Wonderful if you're a golfer.
The water sports that Kathy mentioned, we have scuba resort certification. So if you never scuba before and you want to try it, you have a test you have to take in the morning. You learn how to scuba, and we'll take you out that afternoon on the scuba boat.
Oh, that's nice.
If they're already certified, they can get up to 2 dives a day.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that's complimentary.
Oh, my goodness.
We have snorkeling excursions. That's complimentary. We have the equipment. We take you out on a snorkeling excursion and see some dive sites. We have a sunset catamaran cruise that they can go. For those people like myself that don't want to scuba or snorkeling, we take along the seaside, and you can see part of the island, and that's complimentary as well.
Wow.
That's cool. I
Yeah,
really
there's
did
a
not know
lot
that.
of nice
Yeah.
choices,
It's a
and
lot.
it's all
we have
part of
more inclusions, and that's the real important sheet there because it shows all different activities.
It does, yeah.
And another thing that sets us apart from like the cruises as well as the other resorts is that tipping is not allowed. You cannot tip our servers. You cannot tip your housekeeper. Tipping is not allowed at the couples resorts. So you literally, when you get there, when we say all inclusive, we mean all inclusive. You take your wallet, you put it up, and you just get up and you walk away when dinner's over.
Yeah, that's good because sometimes
didn't
you're
know
like, I
that.
have to have a pocket full of money so that I
Singles,
can,
exactly.
keep dishing out
Exactly.
the money. I'm noticing that there's a spa as well at these places.
The spa is not included.
Okay.
Okay. It is additional. However, at Couples Tower Isle, we just created our new spa villa suites. Okay, these are some magnificent suites that are private with private plunge pools. In addition to having that privacy, they get unlimited daily spa services.
Whoa.
In
wow.
that category
That's cool.
only.
Wow.
So that's brand new. It's new to the industry as well.
Yeah. Oh, what a great indulgence that is to do that. That sounds wonderful.
That's cool.
Well, I guess really to pick the one that would fit the needs that you have, you need to talk to Kathy because she can give you some more detail. Now she really knows her stuff at this point because
I'm smart, guys.
and you get to pick which one is best for you. And it sounds like you have a lot of great choices. And if you're looking for a spot for just the two of you, this is the way to do it. Now, speaking of just the two of you, you said 18 and up. So some families have 18, 19-year-olds.
Exactly.
So they can come along too. Okay. They're not a couple, but they can come along because they're old enough to come
Old
along.
enough to come along,
Okay.
as well as like a destination wedding.
Yes.
Say, for instance, if Kathy was getting married at the resort, and you and I wanted to go, we can go and we can share a room. It's
Oh,
not a
yeah.
problem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I see what
yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
That is excellent. And you told me something else. I did not know that you include scuba diving in the
Yes.
resort. Didn't know that.
Yes.
I thought there was only one company that did that, Sandals. But you just
No.
surprised me. I didn't know that. I shouldn't have mentioned that word.
Right.
But that's all right.
My ears are burning.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure. No, I honestly did not
Bleep
know
that
that. So
out.
thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And I just got a call from, we have a magnificent dive team, And we've had people who do the scuba courses here and they get all the way into their open dive. They can complete that at our resorts for an additional cost to complete their PADI certification.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, that's
That
great.
is another big plus.
Water skiing, knee boarding, we have all that. The sunfish sailings, the water trikes, all that is available at our resorts and it's complimentary.
Oh.
And we include the instruction.
Oh, that's wonderful. Because you might not know what to do or how to do it or something you really like, but knowing you can just go and you're not the money is not continually
Coming out of your
flowing out.
pocket.
Yeah, right. That is
Absolutely.
really great.
Absolutely.
What's cool about, like you were just saying about getting certified, if you try and get certified here, you have to dive through an old bus. And it's dark and it's icky because the water isn't clear. Yeah, exactly. So the
think I would
idea
like
of
that.
getting certified in the Caribbean with clear water and beautiful fish, yeah,
That's
that makes a
nice.
lot more
Of
sense.
course, yeah.
Absolutely it does. So that's a cool thing right there that
It
you
is.
guys have. Yep.
Well, thank you, Michelle, for bringing
Thank
all this
you.
great information to us. Thanks for joining us today. Kathy, thanks for having Michelle.
Oh, yeah, this
join
was
us
fun.
and
I
being with
learned a
you.
lot today.
I hope you take advantage of going and seeing Kathy and maybe heading out to the couples resorts. It sounds like a really fun spot to do that. And if you do want to get a hold of Kathy, give us your address and phone number.
Sure. It's 6946 West 111th Street in Worth on the corner of 111th and Worth Avenue. Phone number is 708-448-6560, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. If you need something later, just call us and we'll arrange for you to come in whatever day works better for you and how late it needs to be. Saturdays too, I almost forgot, 9 to 1 on Saturdays. Same thing holds for Saturdays. Come on down, guys. We'll help you get to Jamaica.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for watching us, and we will be back next month with more travel ideas. Bye.